Hey, good morning, everybody. This is the professor for Day Trading for Success. So today we're going to have another live trading session in preparations for streaming, which is happening very soon. It's kind of like a countdown. I haven't announced the day yet, but it's basically within days. And so make sure you send out an email so that you can be included in the free stream, and make sure you are subscribed so you can be included in the free streaming of me quarterbacking the trades at the open and beyond for a while. So hopefully it'll be exciting for you. So I'll be right back, guys.
Welcome to Day Trading for Success, where the professor, a former math teacher turned full-time trader and coder, guides beginners on how to trade for a living using proven strategies, breakthrough indicators, and lessons from essential trading books. The professor isn't a licensed financial advisor. Always consult a pro before diving into any strategies or demos you see here. Start smart, practice in a simulator, stick to a solid day trading plan, and don't forget to log every trade. Your profits will start with preparation. Thank you for allowing us to share in your journey. Please remember to subscribe, comment, give a thumbs up, and click that notification bell so you can be the first to receive more of our great content.
Hey, so welcome back. So from yesterday's video, we had Nvidia hit 156. Funny, I mentioned that, hey, this thing could keep going all the way to 156. Somebody pointed out to me, and that's exactly what it did. When I was shorting it, it was like, hey, you got to be careful. Take your quick moves. So when we go to the scanner today, let me just point out, I'm going to get a better spiel as I'm doing this, on a daily basis for you guys. This is kind of new for me, where I'm trading to, I'm off of the regular Zoom, although that's still going to be up, but I'm going to a much larger, a potentially larger audience, who knows, by going straight on streaming. So I'll get my spiel down as we move on. But so what we're doing is we're teaching scalping here. That's what I'm trying to do, is teaching scalping. Somebody pointed out, hey, why don't you just go over and trade momentum, and you can make so much more money doing that. Yes, I can, and I've done that many times, and I've made lots of money. And I'm not going to try to say I'm magnanimous by doing this, but I do enjoy teaching people to make a living. If I could teach so many hundreds of people, or maybe thousands, to make a living, I think that's a much better thing to write in my epitaph, my tombstone, whatever it might be. That's way better than he made a bunch of money trading. So I'm not hurting. Don't worry about me. I'm not hurting. And this is something that I want to do that's very, very fulfilling, more fulfilling than money. I mean, there are some times where I may argue with myself about that, but I'm only human regarding that. But yeah, I really enjoy doing this, and not every day will I be successful. And day trading is a difficult thing. It's very hard. So I do think that what turned the corner for me from trying to make $1,000 a day to $5,000 a day was getting better at scalping itself, the in and out fast moves. It also protects you from dangers in the market on swing trades, especially with this weird political environment. Well, a word from the White House can send any stock going down in a moment, and it makes you wonder, like, hey, was that on purpose? All these things going on. That's a different subject. But, and not knowing, there's ways you can find out who's investing in stocks in Congress. There's all kinds of ways. But sort of swing trading's becoming more difficult to hold trades safely, unless you're really holding them for a long, long time. Eventually, the market always seems to go back up. Let's hope that stays the same way. So anyway, I think that scalping is key for everybody to have in their toolbox, so to speak, and their, something they should know how to do. So if they wanted to just jump in and do some short-term trading and make $100 or $200 or $300 a day. So the goal of Day Trading for Success, the goal for me, is to try to get you to make $100 a day. That's $2,000 a month. $200 a day. That's $4,000 a month. And $300 a day. That's $6,000 a month. A lot of people that trade with me here are on a fixed income. Either they're already collecting Social Security, they're retired, and they don't quite make enough. They need a couple $1,000s more a month to make their nut, or they're constantly drawing down their accounts till at some point they're hoping, God, I hope I don't live too long because I'm going to run out of money, right? And then there's other people that are totally set and they planned it out right. But things can happen, and you might need a little bit more income from Social Security or whatever annuities you're living off of. So knowing how to day trade is very helpful. So I wanted to put that out there, that there's a lot of people on fixed income. This might be for you, but you still have to be, of sound mind, have good reflexes, and you need to manage your own emotions. That's why I always say lower share size until you don't feel nervous, even if it's just one share till you get the hang of it. And you may not want to trade the share size that I trade. Now, I will have a better disclaimer up, specifically talking to people that are now watching me live that I have no control over. Not that I have control over, but at least we can have communications with the Zoom people about what went wrong, and in a more detailed mentor type of way. You guys, I will not be able to do that. So, I'm going to be stressing to have a day trading plan, stressing to have a maximum loss per trade. If you read, there's a lot of information out there about so much of a percentage of your account you need to trade. Well, I don't trade that way. Things have changed a lot. If you're going to swing trade and hold, you might want to look at what the percentage is that you're risking. But guys, let's face it. I mean, unless you never sell and the stock goes down to zero, it doesn't even make sense, that kind of thinking. So if you're scalping, that's kind of out the window. So you hear these people preaching and all that, and then one person says it, and another person repeats it and repeats it and repeats it, or it was in a book and they repeat it and repeat it and repeat it. It's like they haven't seen the new way to trade, the new way the algorithms are working, the new, the how fast it's in and out, the new sensitive layouts, the new indicators. Look how sensitive my layout is. See these things? People go, that's impossible. How does that happen? This must be fake. No, guys, it's not. This is real price action. These spikes actually happen with algorithms. And if you set up your layout to be quick and you have a fast computer, you're going to see that kind of weird stuff go down. Now, I have tried to put the date up here. Somebody mentioned what date, and often my photograph is covering this area, and it'll show the clock. And mostly I just did that so people really understood it was live. But now they want to see the date so they can go back and on demand and do it. Usually you can figure it out by just looking at the price action of the stock, guys. Come on. You can figure out what day that was. But I will try to endeavor to have this date shown as we move on here. Again, all this is lost if you're not watching this video. So, when I start streaming, I'm just going to have a spiel real quick with a disclaimer real quick so it doesn't hold everybody hostage. It'll come up on the screen about day trading plan, max loss, things like that in print to protect me and to protect you. And then we're just going to trade. And that's it. I'm not going to keep, going over the same stuff over and over and over again. Another thing that I mentioned in yesterday's video that I was going to have a recap was a good idea. And then as Charlie and some of the others were pointing out, I literally recapped as I was trading. So it was really unnecessary to recap again because I literally said why I was taking the trade. Like when I did the opening trade and it was a quick $200, I stopped, I talked about it, what happened and why I did that. So now let's get into, since we're going to be trading live in just a few minutes, and I'm sure I didn't cover everything I wanted to talk about. Again, that's why stuff will flash up. And this is a work in progress to try to get this ready for you guys to follow me along and maybe have a pretty good chance of making a living by learning yourself how to scalp. So when we looked at the scanner today, again, Nvidia right at the top. Now remember this with all these custom scripts in here, this is available at the $1 Million Margin Club. So I'll have a link to their website. You can get all these custom scripts with the scanner for $4.99. And when you go over there, don't forget to pick up the free script, which I gave them. I said, I was giving away free scripts, and they said, why don't you send them here? We'll give it away for free. You can do that on your point of sale? Yes, we can. So this script right here is now available for free. And I would have given it to you for free forever. So they're just going to have it over there for free. So you should grab it, and when you go over, and whether or not you support them and buy the scanner or not, I hope you would, for how we're going to be trading this if you're interested. Now, this is what I look at every morning because I want to go for the top mover per minute and per 10-day minute. And Nvidia is still it, but we are completely out of any historical data. It is now totally up into space. There is no prior data from any weeks, months, or years to go back and draw any historical support and resistance levels. The other one that we may want to look at, but it's pretty dangerous the way the price action moves, basically because of this ATR. Now, this is what I don't want to trade with you guys as much. We may do it if things are just too slow, but we're looking for $2 to $5-6 at the most on an ATR, because then so this is an interesting one too, but the volume's down. So I think I'm going to start again with Nvidia, even though there is no historical data, because if you watched yesterday's video, and I recommend that you watch that, you'll see that I will trade the opening candle based on whether I think it's long or short biased, but then I will wait to start to develop a range like the RV strategy. Somebody asked me a question, and I'll probably answer it on chat, which I haven't done yet. Hey, you used to use the reverse button all the time, and now you're not. No, I did not at the open. I do not use the reverse button at the open. Buy Day Trading Volume 4, it has all the breakouts in there. That's a great book if you're going to trade the open. And it probably at some point I will mark some of those breakouts just so we're aware of them. But you don't. Let's just do that real quick. It's a good idea. So let's do it. So let's go on the last 30-minute candle. We have a few seconds before I have to get. Why is that not working here? Let's just zoom in on this. So this was the close of this. So we'll get sort of tight here. This is the one that closed at 9, right? So that's not exactly the 30-minute level, but it's pretty damn close. So we'll mark that as a breakout, 30-minute breakout. Since we have no historical data, this actually is a little helpful. We'll put that extension on. We'll make it green for the high. Is that the high I'm on? I hope it is. And we'll do a jagged line, and we'll do it at double. Okay, and that's the high of that breakout. It might be a few cents off. And then this will be the breakout low. I didn't say high or low because I am going to make it red and green. So we don't need to do that. And let's see here. Say, okay. So now at least we have something on the screen to look at here when you can see we're way below it right now. So when I go to trade that opening candle, it's going to tell me a lot about being short biased. I think a lot of people are going to take profit after what happened. What happened on the aftermarket and still pre-market. And you can see they already started to take profit before it even opened. So let's see if we can get a rise today. In just a few minutes we're starting. Let's see if we can get it to bang up before we go short biased. And then it is dangerous because it could just take off because people are so excited about it. But again, I feel without any historical data, I hate to use the word feel, but it's my opinion that it will retrace some today. It's just the nature of things, right, guys? So I will go with the same 200 shares, knowing that I may get into my full position at 1,600 shares at some point, and that's just the way I trade. And I do not have a max loss set, but I absolutely think you should. Probably I would look at $500. Look at this ridiculous. This is what happens because it's so sensitive. This action that happens with the algorithms. So there's a lot of some synthetic icebergs and some other things happening that we have to be careful about here when we're trading today. We have dropped down a bit. So generally, there's no news. Got Eric's over here reading anything that might come up on Nvidia SPY or the QQQ that could affect what I'm planning to start to trade right here. There's just general news. I heard that I think Nvidia hit $4 trillion. I think I was watching earlier on CNBC. I came at the end of the story, but I think that's what they were saying. So again, I don't want news on Nvidia. I don't want any big news here at all. I just want it to be how it would play out based on patterns and price flow, and that's what I'm going to trade. So you can see how I do it as I call it out, as I quarterback it, and the more you watch these pre-streaming videos, I mean, it's still live. It's just delayed release. With live commentary, like all my videos are live with live commentary, unless they specifically are marked otherwise. So what happens? What's going to happen here is, how yesterday what I did is I waited for it to get a little bit out here, and then we started to mark some levels because it seemed to be settling down, and we were able to make another, 40 or 50 bucks with low share size. I only had 50 shares. So set your goal today. I mean, you're watching this, but any day, set your goal. And then stop trading. I'm going to probably continue to trade even when I hit the goal, if it's too fast, just so you guys get an opportunity to see. That's it. But normally, like when I hit 5K, my daily goal, I stop. I'll usually stop unless I'm in the middle of quarterbacking the RV strategy, which will go from 10 to 10:30 a.m. on the East Coast of the United States on the New York Stock Exchange. We are pushing that further, my people, just so I can do this with you guys a little later. So we'll see how that plays out. So we're about to go, and let's see which way this moves here. So there's our ATR way up here. There's our breakout up there. That would be the first place I would turn around. If it shoots up, I'd probably go in short there, but I'm a little worried about it, I got to tell you, and it might just go straight down. But let's see. Let's see what happens. Here we go. It's going to go up. Starting to. Nope. MACD says down. So this is different than the last few days, right? So I am not ready to go long on this stock. I am definitely not ready to go long. So we're just going to wait it out a few minutes if this is how it's going to react. The bottom could be way down here today. So rather see it go up and be short biased. That's what I'd rather do. So watch how I trade, guys. See about my conservative nature. Some people would say this isn't conservative at all to trade at the open like this on a 1-minute chart. And it just depends on your confidence level and how much you've learned to do this. But of course it can always go wrong. Always. Nobody can be right all the time and predict you're gonna be right all the time. You just can't do it. Look at the short biased here, 45. This is from the pre-market too, but it's definitely saying that more are going to go down. More traders are going down now. These are the $1.5, and I'm going to look at those for possibly trading long, but I'm very worried about, like, if I'm going to go long, I'm going to lower my share size so that I can average into my position as it goes down, if it keeps going down. So we'll wait a little bit more and just see what Alan has just arrived a little late today, and he likes to trade the RV strategy. So now the RV strategies, day trading volume 4, day trading volume 1, I highly recommend you get that just because it teaches you everything. It teaches you about scalping too. But the day trading volume 4 is really about scalping the open. And look at it, see guys. Now I could have taken a trade and wrote this down, but I was not sure this was going to happen, so I didn't want to take the trade. So that's my conservative side, right? So we are below the 30-minute breakout already. So if you were trading day trading volume 4, you would have gone in this and you would have done it short, and you would have been making some big money off of how that book says to trade based on breakout levels. So again, I have not taken a trade yet. I am not feeling safe about this share size, but I am chomping at the bit to do so. So I'm going to lower, because it seems to have stopped at the 54.50, this $0.50 amount. and it might be turning around. So I might get in for a lower share size and try to, if it keeps going down, try to work into a position here so we can at least make some money off of this move. It seems to be going back up. I'm watching the price action here. So there's our first morning star down here. Some people would call it a hangman. That is a reversal sign on the 1 minute, but it's not enough for me. Your VWAP is still showing on the EMA crossover, still showing down. Let me get a look at this now that we're getting a little further into it. I'll get a look at the ScalpMeter Pro to help me make a decision here. But yeah, it's still going down, so it's just kind of stupid to get in and, rather than just try to work into your position when you're closer to where it might turn around. It's not. I need to see this. I would like to see this start to turn around. So it's consolidating a little bit. So you may get me to go in on a bounce down here. I hit the 50 cents again and turned around. So that would probably be the area I would jump in now. If it goes down again, I'd probably jump in now for a lower share size. So let's see. Now we've got a doji or a rickshaw man that's green. Is it going to break the 155? It is. So now we've got a 155, and now it's going up. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get in that to go up a lower amount of shares. So we'll sell the ask to get out at like somewhere over $10 for our first trade and just try to work our way up if it gives us that opportunity. Lower share size, so there was $7, $8 price. It is showing that it's going to go up, so by looking at the flow, so that was a $16 trade. So that's not bad considering what we're kind of up against right here with only 100 shares. So we want to work this to 100 today. That's our goal. And I told you what I was looking at and why I went in. So we had a reversal sign, and after when it broke the 155, I thought a lot of people might jump on that whole dollar. Now, if you look at the scalping indicator, we're green across the top, but that volume was higher and it didn't make it, which doesn't give me confidence that it was going to continue. Instead, it looks like it might go back down. So let's see. So we could be struggling with this. I think a lot of people don't know what to expect right now. So we did get 1.4 million. Somebody asked me on a chat, did I didn't get lag after the over the 1 million, and I did tweak things, and I do have a faster computer right now than what I did have. And I'm actually having another one built. No, I'm not sharing the specs with those yet, but I will at some point. And I will answer all those remarks. I'm just getting it out to you quicker if you are. I usually answer the comments on the weekend when I have more time. But it's not because I don't care about your comments. I know your comments help me on the YouTube engine, so please keep them up, unless they're nasty. I only get occasionally one of those from the trolls. Okay, so it is building up. It's hard to call, but it is building up. So it keeps hitting the 55. So maybe I'll go in off. I'll go ahead and go in there. Get it now. I got it at 90. It actually broke it as I hit it.
Shares of Syngin at the high 1794. Shares.
So that's the stock moving.
On that
that he's just calling out a momentum right now.
Shares halted at the open.
Yeah, can't help but do that, right? So it's coming back up and making this into a profitable trade. So it's a good sign that it's stair-stepping up if we can catch these. There we go. I'll try to get that. So $28. Now, I was going off of this level, but I caught it a little below, and then it kept going and got me like, oh, God. So I probably would have averaged down in this area, averaged more into my position here, and maybe even again here. So I would have been to like 400 shares here. And then if it was continuing to go down, I would have most likely got out. I don't know how far I would have been down, but it would have been hundreds of dollars, and I would have got out going, okay, you're going to have to make it up with some other good trades. So I was looking at I've been keeping track of this account for this month, and I will share it with you just for this exact style of trading from from the beginning of the month on this account. And I will show you, I was looking at my accuracy. It's not quite as high. I had said 99%. I'm running 92% accurate scalping. Definitely seems more than that, but if you only do like 5 trades and you miss one, that just
Fed sparking
screws it
questions
up.
how successful
So,
firms will be in trying to pass through tariff increases, worries about taking too much signal from University of Michigan sentiment data.
so I might go at the 50 cents here, guys, to go long if it gives me opportunity. So it is starting to create a little bit of a channel here. So let's just see. Now, not everybody's really in the market yet, so we need to kind of wait this out a little bit here before we start making the moves. I lowered the share size too because basically I'm not confident about, I have no historical data. So that's just like yesterday, we didn't have any historical data. This seems to be stopping here. I've got, and that was where the buy sell oscillator hit the bottom of that wick too. So probably maybe the 25 cent here, the quarter might be an area that I should keep an eye at.
Sparkin said hiking rates does not seem like the topic of the day amid
but that's sketch. I mean, that's not just trying to get me something to maybe help me make a decision. But I am indicator bound right now, price flow and indicator bound to try to get something here. We'll go and buy the bid so I don't get caught with a bad position again. Let's see if it gets down here. And I'm not totally psyched about going in long here, but I mean, 5 is just showing down. Obviously, the 5 and 15 are coinciding here, and they're both showing like, why do you want to go long? We're going down, Now, the great thing about large caps is they mostly consolidate and retrace constantly for small amounts. So if you're not greedy, then even if the trade's going down and you're going against it, you can still make money. Like yesterday's an example. I was short biased and the stock kept going up, but I made money. So you get those opportunity. Wow, that stock just keeps halting. I'm not sure why he's reading me that, so I don't want that.
$17.94.
That's over there at the Momentum Traders block there. You can trade like that. They charge a fortune to watch them, but there people do that. A lot of people switched to the large cap when that Day Trading Volume 1 came out. It was the first book that
now.
Showed
1980.
Showed how you could do kind of what I'm doing, but even more so with historical data, Fibonacci levels, and and then indicator driven too. How you could make you're much more guaranteed
at the highs
to make $200,000, $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 a day and not lose your butt like on those momentum stocks where you could maybe make $5,000, $10,000 in a single trade and you could also lose it and you don't always get picked up. It jumps over your position. It's a lot scarier for people. I mean, if you have the money to burn, you could maybe do well, but I believe it's more of a skill than what I'm showing you here. I think this is easier to pick up and it's slower, and a lot of people prefer this kind of action, So, and I am going to keep talking like this right now. A lot of, there it goes. A lot
2047 now, up 312%.
I'm going to go ahead and try it, even though it's going down. And I will add to it if it keeps going down. Could be a problem, as with any trade. Thinking I might want to just go short on this stock, as it keeps going down and ride it that way for it to spring. Yeah, because it's not, I don't like the way the price action's moving right here. I'm actually going to get out of this trade. Trying to look for something better than $2. Oh, I didn't get it. Okay, so now I'm in it. Let's see. Oh, good. It popped up right at the last second, so I could get it there. Now watch it go, and I got out. But I did get a winning trade. I feel like I feel like it's going to keep going down. I hate to use the word feel. I'm watching the price flow that makes me think that on the level 2. And look at the scalping indicator, you know, right at the top. So yeah, I think I need to start rethinking this and add to my position if it bounces up rather than add to my position as it goes down. So I think we're going to start going this short bias. So as it banks back up, if it gets back up to 155, I'll go short. So I'm looking at it the opposite way now if it happens to get up there. Now, if I had kept it to 200, I'd already be up to $72. But let's see if it's gonna bang up on me here. Give me an opportunity for a little bit better position than way down here to short. There's 37 on the ask, 41, 43, 45. Might not get any better than that. I'm going to go ahead and take it. Oh my God, I'm on my wrong account again. Oh God, okay. I did not see that. I can't short off of this. So, can everybody remember what I'm at? Oh, damn, that's so annoying. Okay, so now I'm 0 again. 36. Why didn't anybody point that out? Okay. Now let me just rethink what I'm doing. Kind of glad I didn't get in the trade now, but I'm going to go ahead and get in there now. So I got it at 56, playing it short bias now. Wow, it just didn't even occur to me that I was still on my IRA. Can't short on IRAs. They don't want you to lose all of your savings. Because as with short, you can go even above the value of what you have. So on this account, I'm doing pretty bad. 18 down. So we could be making a bear flag, which would be helpful for me. I'm not going to go average down to this until I get up near, above the 155. You will see me average down. Maybe up to that 25 level. Let's see if it's going to get up there, and I'll average down if it gets up there. Not 155 even. I want it to break that to average down. Average in more in my share size. So my total highest share size would be 1,600 shares. That's pretty high to try to make $100 though. Let's face it. So it looks like it's dropping back down here, price action wise.
Syngin shares currently halted at the highs, up 318%.
He wants to talk
Charlie
about that
Yankee
Syngin,
November.
and I am not interested in it at all. Here we go. So we're going to get in it now. We're going to get some more share size in here and have some fun. This could be the beginning of the full retracement back up. So, oh, no, there it goes. Okay. That was a big drop. I kind of wish I'd leveled down there. I'd be in the money already, but I mean, averaged in more shares, but what are you going to do? I'm at 56 cents now. Here's our price action here. So we're above me quite a bit still. There's our 14 moving average. There's the 9, and here's the 20 up here. Here's your VWAP. Not getting any signals to help me other than to add to my position if it goes up, which is what I will do and try to make more money on the down move. I'm not feeling it, calling it with this stock. I may want to switch stocks too because I'm just not, the action's very stilted and slow. Not giving a lot of good opportunities to do stuff here. So let's just see here. Here we go. Can we get it up to that 24 area? We're getting closer. 25 cents, somewhere in there. Well, I think I might grab it in here anyway, because there again, I would have been almost in the money already if I grabbed it up there. This seems to be where it's going to consolidate, and I'm a little out of position for it. So if I was able to pull my position up in this area, then I would have opportunities to make some money. Just get right back in and do it again, because it seems to be settling right up in here. So let's see if we can pop up a little higher, then I'll add to my position. Because it is trying to break that flat top. So if I go, this is a nice little flat top here on the even 155 mark there. Again, I should have purchased it again, shorted it for a higher, and I would be in the money or very close to it. The fact that it's, you know, not dropping all the way down makes me less likely it's going to break out here. Not liking this position. I want to get out of this actual position here. So I probably won't go for big bucks. I wasn't able to average in more share size where I could have had probably $20 or $30 right here at this point. So I hope you understand what I'm saying. You know, if I double the position, then I move up half the difference of what you see on the price action. So it would automatically do 100 shares, and if I went to 200, then I would click this up to 200, and then I'd go up to 400. You know, position size, I mean. So seems to be fading off here. So if you look at the 5-minute, that's a reversal sign, but it's not holding. Wow, look at that. I may want to hold this through this level here because it's showing a real breakdown here. But I'm just above the $0.50, so I'll probably just get out and then reassess where to enter in a better position this next time. All right, what are we doing here, guys? Show me something. Very, very slow for Nvidia. Very slow price action. Not much fun. Your mic's still on. You make a noise over there. Yep. I don't think it's going to go all the way down, so it's not giving me the... There it goes. I'm just going to get out. Oh, it didn't pick me up. It was a short... there we go. I just wanted to get out. So I made a green trade, got out, and now let's see... It's so pathetic because the other over on the other account I had more, but buy sell oscillator is telling us we want to go back up here. I'm looking at the 154 to maybe buy in again. So let's see. Even dollar, guys, even in $0.50. It's kind of all we have. It broke this level here that it did a tweezer move right here. And it broke it though, so the next spot would be down at the $4 even mark there at 54 even. It keeps jumping up from there 10-12 cents, so enough to make a short gain if I wanted to trade off of that. And it wants to turn around here. Obviously the 15 and the 5-minute are showing you know, nothing but down, down, down. That was a strong move where the volume went up. You heard it, the alert go off. The volume crossed above what it was. So there's still a lot of volume, but it's so evenly traded. You might want the level 2 indicator to help you, you know, with that indicator that I created to help you see the momentum here wind up a little bit. Man, give me some opportunities here. Just get a little lower here. 06, 05. I'll go in there. I get it. It's not going to pick me up. I went back to 16. See how fast? If it got me, I could have made some quick money there. I'm actually going to get out of that trade because I want to reassess now. Probably would have got me too, but right then it would have picked me up and it would have zoomed me right back up. So it's swaling up and down. If you watch this, 10 to 15 cents, just if I get it at the right spot to
FMFC, Candle M Venture, recent IPO shares now pulling back from the highs, $5.77, up 31%.
I wish I would have got it, huh? I removed it, and then that would have been a nice little gain there. You know, again, we're just taking some baby steps here. You've seen how I'm calling it, and you have to be patient because this is moving really, really slowly here. Let's get a look at Tesla here. Normally, I don't trade it because of how its price action moves. So our volume's way lower on Tesla, obviously. Wow. Okay, this is the historical data I had marked from before.
CYN Syngin halted down now on a circuit breaker, $16.16. Charlie Yankee, November.
A lot of people are making money on that stock right now, obviously. We'll go right here. Wow, not respected that level. Yeah, hit it here, tap, turned around.
IAEA has not received any official communication from Iran on any decision to suspend cooperation. HUSA, Houston American Energy, at the highs of the day now, intraday highs at the highs now, 1424. That's Hotel Uniform Sandy Alpha, HUSA. Shares up now about.
See, I'll get a closer look at this and see if this is going to afford us some opportunities. Yeah, so definitely the spread and the price action's different. Let's get down to 50 shares. And that's the danger with showing you guys to trade this stock is a little dangerous because of how fast it can get you out of your position. So
pending home sales for May, expecting plus 0.2%.
Does seem like it's created. It had a little bit of a channel here, and now it seems to be coming between the fib and this line here. So that fib seems to be somewhat respected on both areas here. So that's something that we can maybe count on, which would be helpful. Interesting. Here it goes. Broke the fib for a second. So I'm looking at the ask a lot here because I might want to go short off this level up here. 38 to 65. Oh, there it goes. Okay. So now I'm going to probably want to go long off the 20. More closer it gets to the 26. If it gets down there, I'm going to wait. And we're going to go ahead and trade this and give it a shot. There it goes. It's getting down low enough where I might be interested here. Oh, God. I don't have the... Let me get the whole $1.5 in here correctly. So what's our price at right now? It's at like 327. 327. So whole $1.5. Yesterday set for Nvidia. Now, I'm not going to explain what this is every single time I trade. So this is more like not the setup, you know, like every single time. This will look alien to some of you, but if you're following along, you'll know that whole $1.5 are where the, you know, wow, look at that. That's good. So let's sell the ask up there as it goes up. We're going to go ahead and do that. Did I get picked up? No, it happened fast. Didn't get it. Damn, I was looking away, canceling so I can relook at the price action here. It would have been a nice trade there if I got that. Yeah, as soon as I told you I was looking at that level, the fib, and I would have definitely taken it. It stopped right at the 328 even. Okay, so Tesla is creating a bit of a good scalping range here. So obviously, at any time it could break it, but I think it's safer right now. You just have to remember when you have a situation like this in the future, have a max loss, be able to react quickly. Now, I don't want to take this. It almost made a bull flag on the 1 minute, but not really. I don't want to just take this for granted that it's going to stay here. This is the thing. And then you just keep adding to your position, Before you know it, I have 500 shares of Tesla and I'm $1,000 down. And it can happen with Tesla. All right, so let's see if it comes back. It did a tweezer move at the top here, telling you that it should go down. It should go down here based on this
Fed's daily
pattern.
Says muted tariff impact may open door to cut in the fall. That from Bloomberg.
Tweezer calls it to go down here, even a little bit below. If that pattern, which is usually, 70 to 80% correct. I don't have the day trading volume 2, the candlestick pattern playbook. Look at that. It hit 61. I'm going to take that. Got me. Finally. Okay. So now we're going to want this to go back down. And I won't add to it unless it's way up here.
Daly said she's seeing increasing evidence that tariffs may not lead to a larger sustained inflation surge.
So we hit the 328 where it stopped dead, turned around. It's given us some small opportunities there. Tried to get out for $12 there with 50 shares. Remember, we don't have a lot of shares here, so you don't want to wait for a $50 move when you're doing short scalps. So it should pick me up on this swale. Now it did, yeah. So that was fine. That was a decent trade.
Slowing, she's not seeing.
And we have a new area up here, pushed a little higher above the whole dollar, and it made another tweezer move.
Plus 0.2% expected. That's for May, month over month.
I'm actually gonna turn off his mic because he's not giving me news on anything I want to hear. So. Let's see if the fib becomes a new support for this here. Whoa, wow, look at that, baby. That is nice. All right, so I'm going for it. Now, it may decide to make its big move up here, but let's see. Now, sometimes on Tesla, you just want to set the ladder up, and just wait for it to, because it moves so fast here that, when you're watching the price and you're trying to zoom in on that you can't catch what you want. I wouldn't mind adding to my position. I do believe this is going to retrace, but, you never know. As it goes up, I'm in the wrong thing because the volume went higher. And look at the scalping indicator. It says, we're going up. It actually just stalled on me there. That was a little bit of a freeze. So let me cancel that order because I'm so far out of position there and get ready to sell the ask and add to my position. So I'm at 28.36. So, it's coming back now. I think I tried to get out at for $14 right when I took the trade, and it didn't pick me up. And if you did market on this, you could slip the entire profit, really, really quickly. So, that's why they asked the bid on this is probably more. It should swale down. I was going to say. So we got up to $30 on Tesla. So guys, I hope you see what I'm doing here. Now I'm getting levels that should be somewhat respected, and that's all I can do. That's all I can do. So you wait to see, and then when you're only entering a partial of your position, you get to be wrong a couple of times before you might hit a max loss, So now I would look to go on the buy bid, maybe off the fib, and if I'm wrong, add as we get down here. So the fib is at 38. There's 40. Is it going to go down? It looks like it turned around just before the fib. Yeah, I should have grabbed it above it. Sometimes it's like everybody reacts. They all want to get it right here, but then they'll jump in ahead of time, and then it changes where the levels are. I'm sure you've seen that happen many times when you mark a level. That's why I say it's a guideline, you know. But it seems like it is going to give us some, you know, enough to get to maybe to get to our goal today, trading this. We're into the RV strategy already as far as timing. So 329 is a level I would consider getting in to go short. Looking at the ask to do that right now. Watching the scalping indicator where the buyers were up, but the volume wasn't up with them. So it's another reason that going in would have been good, but I didn't get in. And now it's dropped off. So one more chance to pound it upward here. Let's see. I might get in a little early than the 329 because, yeah, it's just not. It's done its thing. It's going back down. So I missed that trade because it didn't make to the top, at least the short-term trade. I could have already got out 30, 40 cents. So now we're back to the 14. This is what scalping is. Baby moves. And I'm trying to be conservative for you guys. I'm not reversing, you know, because you want to learn to just wait and assess every single trade. Wait and assess every trade. That's how you need to learn. So we don't, you know, we have a target going up and down. They're battling here, but right now we're on an upward trend. Everything's trending up again. So we have a chance maybe. Well, it already did from the open, but it seemed like it was going to retrace. But now it seems like Tesla wants to go up today. So we'll play off of the levels and catch it as it works its way up. Let's see. Okay. I almost want to grab it, but it seems to have more momentum this time. I'll take it there. I get it. I got it. Okay, so I'm at 85. I wished it was higher, and then it broke it, of course. Wished it was higher, but, you know. So we're looking for it to swale down, just, you know, over $10 in here if we can. And then just, you know, stair-step our way up safely where I'm not taking a huge risk. I thought it was going, it went to 8, and then I thought it was going to hit 10 next, but it didn't. It hit like 6 or something. So, you know, but I got out of a situation where I actually, no, I should have stayed in it. So going back, whoa, there we go. Going back up. Okay, now I'm going to take it again. Did it get me? Didn't grab me. 19. I already would have been in the money if it had grabbed me. But, you know, if I did market, I'm canceling. If I had done market, it would have slipped to a much worse position. So now you can see me do that. I do that a lot when I trade the RV, but I'm trading a much wider channel than this. I'm showing you guys really, really tight channels here. So this keeps hitting, and it wants to go way further up here. So I am looking to short a little bit higher up than where it was, which I tried to get a minute ago, and it didn't pick me up. But it keeps working higher here, so I'm keeping that in mind. I'll try it there. I think it hit it 15. That's what I'm trying to get it at. Let's see. This time I'll just leave it in there, so maybe it picks me up. And then, of course, it really went way further once it picked me up. But that's typical, right? There we go. So that was a good trade. On just 50 shares. It's just like, wow. Okay, so here's I got it a little higher up here. I can't remember what my position was, but wow. There we go. And this is actually really good to get it down. I'm going to go ahead and try to get in. Got it at the 89. I'm already could have gone out for some pretty big money there, but I think this might go way further up. So let's wait for this to get me maybe a $20 trade in here. Let's see. There was 15. Next time it goes up, then I'm going to grab it. If it goes up that high, and stop getting greedy. You can't. Once you start to count on the price action moving a certain way, that's when you set yourself up to get destroyed. So it's at the fib, boy. I got to tell you, that's That's really enticing to average to 100 shares. I will if it picks me up. I don't know if it's gonna, but I tried to get in there. No, it's on the way back up. So we'll see. Too bad. If I grabbed it, then I'd be nice profit here, but didn't. It's on the way back up. It's still gonna get us some nice profit here. 18. What is that at? 18. I think I still got over 11 or 12 bucks when it picks that up. And that's going to swale up in just a second here and pick me up. And there it goes. Okay, so we're almost to our goal by doing it the hard way with Tesla in only 50 shares. So let's see what we can do again. There's my very, very sensitively set layout, and this is going to happen. So what do we have on the other one? Didn't we have? Yeah, so I'm over 100, but yeah, we can try this a little longer for you guys. So $100 a day, barring holidays, just average 20 trading days. That's $2,000 just by doing this very, very safe. If you learn it, and I will call it, I will be quarterbacking, but I recommend that you learn to do it without me. Obviously, you are responsible for your own trades, and they're putting together like a little 30-second spot that says, trade with the professor for free live, and hopefully we'll get a lot of people. I don't think somebody had asked, do you think, I haven't answered the chat yet, that we all go in together, or will it affect the price? No, unless it's thousands of people, not at the low share size we're trading. But yeah, if we were trading 1,000 shares, then yes, that is a problem. Wow, here we go, huh? This is interesting. One more punch down. Give me a punch down. I'll take it. Grab me at 05, 04. Tried to get in at 04. No. Okay, I'm getting out. Yeah, I tried. I should have got it at the. I could still get it at this fib, but that was just too. That was even better. So I tried to get the bid there to go up. That's where I was looking. So I'm recapping as I'm going. So I'm explaining my logic. That was to ride up, and I would have already made money, but I didn't get picked up. And that's the problem with ask and bid. Now, this is the multi-chart alignment. See these vertical lines? So all the people that saw on the higher candle things, they saw that it's going down. So they're jumping in and going down. And as we get deeper into the market, we have to consider that that's meaning it could really start to go break down and go lower here. But again, with these mega and large cap, you get the chance, the bouncing up and down, to take short, tiny moves. Not short as in going short, but I mean tiny profits, tiny price action profits. That's what you're looking for. Tiny price action profits, so that you can go long or short and it will work for you. Should. Nothing's for sure, obviously. Wow, look at that rickshaw man turn this around, and there it goes. Man, I wish I would have picked that up right there. So off the fib, it hit a rickshaw man. That is a strong reversal sign, and there it goes, and I didn't get it in time. So let me get this better set up here. Could have profited already on that trade. There it goes. I saw it. I could have got in still, even though it was late, but I tend to want to get the best position when I see something. Here it goes. Now we're looking to short because I missed that. So even dollar, 320 snap. It was at 328. Now it's going down below. Not really looking at the 15-minute much. So this will be a long video with very little money, but this is what I want you guys to come to expect if you want to try to make a living day trading. As we get deeper into it, we can start to raise the share size, but in the beginning, you know, everybody, I want to get feedback, see how people are doing. Closer I can get to 327, the better I feel about going in here. Looking for anything near 327. There's the buy-sell oscillator turning around. So I want to get the next bump down. I'm going to grab it. If it goes down, oh, it's too late. There it goes. Yeah, that oscillator called it. Did you guys see that? That's a great indicator. It called that move, which I could have captured. So I'm being a little too conservative right now because I've missed quite a few trades right in here. So because if I'm wrong, you know, I just add into the position. You know, it gives me more opportunity. Wow, there we go. Is this the new level now? Is it just going to turn around right there at the 14? Look how tight it's making its moves now. So I'm going to have to readjust what I'm looking for, I think. Because I have to stop trading soon. So I'll go ahead. Oh, I went in at 11. Huh? That wasn't as good as I thought. But kind of wish it would go up so I could add to my position. $85. Baby step. So if you saw what I did, I got in here off of this level short. I got it at 11 cents, not 14. And then I just took a quick, the first time it was over like 10 bucks, I just took it. So we are really playing tight with 50 shares here. But this is a conservative way to do scalping. If that's almost an oxymoron, right? But there is a way to be accurate. You see, I'm 100% accurate, right? There is a way to be highly accurate. And obviously, if I had a higher share size, which I don't recommend you do with Tesla, but I'd have a lot more money right here. So, all right, so that's 47. We want it closer down here to the fib level, or as close to 27 as we can get. If it's going to give me an opportunity down there, it seems like it is not. So I might just take it. I'm just going to go ahead and get in. So I got it at the 40 cents. Then it hits it. Because that's what it does. So, but we're waiting for this to retrace. Now it breaks the volume. It breaks everything. Says we're turning around. Said, no, the professor went in. Go down. So now we want to get, probably I wouldn't double down to the 326, but I will add to my position if it keeps going down for anticipation for this retracement to go up. So let's see. It's hurting me now. And I got impatient there. Did you see it? I was waiting for it to get closer to the 327, which would not have me quite out of the position this far, but I didn't. I got impatient and I went in because it seemed like it wasn't getting down there. I was just like, just go for it. But really the move was to get it down to the even dollar, and I'm way above the even dollar. So that, it hurt a little there. Maybe not by the time the trade's done, but right now it's you know, taking away half the profit on one trade. But here it goes. It's going back up now. What goes down must come up, right? So we'll be looking to get up into here. Where am I? I'm way up here, right? 320. So I'm my position is above the fib. I thought it was below the fib. It's above the fib. So that's actually going to count as a resistance now going back up. So it's a little concerning, but we might want to, if it comes down here, I might want to average down sooner so I have an opportunity to get out in here, average into my share size. I'm using the wrong terminology for you guys. Okay, it's going to break through that fib real fast and give us an opportunity here. Let's see. Volume's going up. Look at the scalping indicator here. So we're getting a chance to get out here. Maybe. Oh, right when I said, okay. Buy-sell oscillator says, keep going. You're not done. Keep going. Target's 30 cents going up, 51 going down on the risk oscillator. Seems to be consolidating down here in a new channel out of my position. So it's another reason why I want to average down here, average into my share size. We don't have any serious risk going on here other than I want to have a successful trade and I want to make the goal now because I need to move on to trade. So we're already at 10:17 in the morning. RV, the new RV has been starting at 10:30. Hey, the indicators want it to turn around, but it's fighting to go down, boy. Now everything has turned multi-chart alignment, but the overall market's up. Tesla's that's a market pulse. You're going to want to get that indicator. You don't have to have all these charts open, but Tesla is a different animal, unfortunately, from the Q and the SPY. And we all know that it's just got its own beast here. Come on, guys, don't just start dying out right at this level for me. Let's get some action. Even if it's down, give me something so I can add to my position. It's too close to my position to add anything right here, so not on Tesla. We don't want to do that on Tesla. Let's give a wide margin here to give me a much better position. It's just hovering right where it makes no sense to add to my share size. Yeah, so I thought this would be the place to move quicker, but I think I should have had higher share size to start. Then we'd be over our goal. I was trying to be conservative for everybody, but Tesla, sometimes you just want to trade 20 shares. Here we go. So that's okay. So that's a whole dollar. So that's a whole dollar. So that will get me to go in. Didn't pick me up. They're going to pick me up. I was trying to get at least a whole dollar down from my position, so that would get me in a much more viable way to get out as it swales back up, but it's not picking me up. Okay, I'm going to get out of that. Wow, it's really torturing me here, guys. I might have to take a losing trade just so I can move on. Can't remember what I had in my R. Oh, there we go. Okay, finally. Break the fib. Make us all see. If I had gotten in that position, we'd be over $100. It just didn't let me in. It's just that's how close it can be, you know, when you're playing it so conservatively tight with this share size. It, you know, just missed me by a split second, picking me up, and then I would have been down at like 326, you know, 85, 90, and then I would have been into the money by quite a bit already when it popped up there. Give it another shot if it gets down there again. That's an inverted hammer, or just a doji. So the candlestick pattern playbook rates these patterns. And right now, it's like one of the main things I'm looking at here, as well as the whole $1.5, because I got nothing. And this is boring for you guys right now. So one thing about the RV strategy is it's pretty exciting because the share size, you know. But this is safer, obviously. This shows how many cents. Oh, look at that. Okay. There we go. So now we have a chance to either lose big or make some money. So let's see if it's going to let me out up here. So I'm at 88. Kind of what I thought would happen. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. What is that? Give me a break. Seriously, guys? That was pretty lame. That doesn't usually happen with me, but it is happening here. So I'm tempted to just flatten out of here. I will do that. Oh, it wouldn't let me flatten. Why won't it let me flatten? Why doesn't it let me flatten? Well, that's okay. I'm shocked about that. A bunch of you are probably saying because of this, but I don't use flatten a lot, as you know. I use reverse and then I just get out. But we made our goal by averaging into my share size, which was the whole idea, right? And then we had over on, so 110 there, and then if I go to the other account, no, we want to go to Nvidia, right? Nvidia, and it was $4 here, and then on the other account it was 36. So we're way over. We did good. Had I just had the right accounts open, it would have been great. So we didn't have to add these together, but we did like 150-ish. And it took a little longer. It's 10:23 right now, but 100% every trade was accurate, which is great. I like to tout that, of course. I do believe it's a viable strategy for anybody to do, to make those types of, to make a living. If you're retired, you want to add a couple, $2,000 to $4,000 a month. Obviously, as time goes on, when we are live streaming for everybody, we will slowly raise our share size by 25 shares or 50 shares. So as people are feeling more comfortable, I'm going to want to get some feedback before we do that. You guys have to prove to me that you're controlling your risk, and I just don't want a lot of I blew my account because I couldn't get out mentally. I know what you said to do, Professor, but I didn't do it, and that's the biggest problem, right, that we all have to overcome ourselves. But anyway, thanks for watching again. Hopefully this was helpful to you. We kind of moved around a bit, but we did it. And always stay inquisitive about new things, guys, and go green out there. I'll see you soon.